The purpose of this video is to demonstrate ways that you can integrate REST API content that is in OpenAPI format into DITA documentation using some of Oxygen's tools and features. In the first part, I'll demonstrate converting OpenAPI documents to DITA during the publishing stage. So I have a sample DITA map open, and in the DITA Maps Manager, I'll right-click the root map, go to Append Child, and select Reference because I want to add a reference to a sample OpenAPI document that I've prepared. In the resulting dialog box, I need to change the file type to DITA-compatible files. And now my OpenAPI document appears in the middle pane, so I'll select it. And in the Attributes tab, notice that Oxygen detected the selected file as an OpenAPI format and automatically set the conversion format for the reference to OpenAPI to DITA. Now I'll go back to the Target tab. I'll click on the ID dropdown to show you that you can insert a reference to a particular operation from your REST API, but I'll select the composite route to reference the whole document. And I'll click Insert and Close. And notice that the reference was inserted into my map. Now I'll click the Configure Transformation Scenarios button in the DITA Maps Manager. I'll select the DITA Map Web Help Responsive scenario, and I'll apply it. And in the resulting Web Help output, I'll open the document I just referenced to show you that it was dynamically converted to DITA content during the transformation. Next, I'll demonstrate adding references to operations from OpenAPI documents. I'll go back to one of my sample files, and I want to insert a cross-reference at the end of this paragraph. So I'll right-click, go to the Link submenu, and select Cross-Reference. I'll click the Browsing button to locate my target OpenAPI file. In this dialog box, I need to change the file type to DITA-compatible files, and now my OpenAPI document appears, so I'll select it. Note that the content of the OpenAPI document is converted to DITA in the background, so it allows me to insert references the same as with any DITA content. I'll use the filter field to quickly locate the target element I want to reference, and I'll click Insert and Close. Notice that the cross-reference was inserted in the document, and in the Attributes view, notice that the format was automatically set as OpenAPI to DITA. Now I'll open another sample file and insert a reference to reused content. I'll put the cursor in the appropriate location. I'll right-click and go to the Reuse submenu, and I'll select Reuse Content. Similar to the previous dialog box, I'll click the Browsing button, and I'll make sure that the file type is DITA-compatible files, and select the OpenAPI file. Again, the content of the OpenAPI document was automatically converted to DITA in the background, so I can insert a reference to reused content. I'll narrow the list of targets, and I'll select the target element and click Insert and Close. And you can see that the reference to the reused content was inserted in the document. I'll apply the same transformation scenario as I did before. And in the resulting Web Help output, I'll open the documents where I just added the references. In the Benefits topic, you can see that the cross-reference link is there, and it works if I click on it. And in the Accessing Data topic, you can see that the referenced reused content is there. In the next part, I'll quickly show you some features for validating OpenAPI documents as DITA. I'll go back to one of my sample topics, and I'll go to text editing mode, and I'll intentionally break a reference to create a validation error. You can see that the error message indicates that the reference isn't found. I can also use the Validate and Check for Completeness feature from the DITA Maps Manager. I'll click Check. And any OpenAPI documents that are referenced in the map are converted to DITA topics in the background and validated the same as any other DITA topic. You see that there are some errors listed in the results pane due to the reference I broke, including an error detected for the OpenAPI document. For the last part of the demonstration, I'll show you that if you want to work directly with DITA, you can use Oxygen's Batch Documents Converter add-on to convert OpenAPI files into DITA topics or into maps with separate reference topics. In the DITA Maps Manager, I'll right-click the root map, I'll go to Append Child, then the Import submenu, and I'll select OpenAPI to DITA. In the resulting dialog box, I'll click Add Files, and I'll select my OpenAPI document. I need to deselect the Open the Converted File option, and I need to enable the Create DITA Map from OpenAPI Documents option. Then I'll click Import. Notice that it added a reference to a new DITA map, and it automatically created separate DITA topics for each of the OpenAPI objects. And I'll open one of them to show you what it looks like. That concludes the demonstration about integrating REST API content in OpenAPI format into DITA. As always, thank you for watching, and we invite you to please subscribe to our various social media channels.